You want comfort? Stay average. You want peace? Then die quietly, forgotten like the billions who played it safe. You want to be loved? Obey, fit in, numb yourself with validation. But if you want to be remembered, if you want to leave fire in the footprints you walk, if you want to drag your name out of the dirt and etch it into time, then you better be ready to bleed for it, to break yourself apart, just to rebuild, to starve while others feast, to scream when no one listens, to keep walking when every part of you begs to stop. Because greatness doesn't knock. It doesn't wait. It doesn't come with kindness. It's a beast that must be hunted, cornered, and conquered. And the only ones who ever taste it are the mad, the outcasts, the unbreakable few who smile at pain and sprint into the storm when everyone else runs. So look yourself in the eye, strip away the lies, and ask the one question that defines your fate. Are you built for comfort, or are you built for war? They say men today are lost, not in the mountains, not in the wild, but in comfort, in scrolling, in dopamine and delusion. Men are softer now. Soft hands, soft minds, soft hearts. They flinch at truth. They fold under pressure. They crave validation more than victory. Addicted to pleasure, terrified of pain, drunk on comfort, and starving for purpose. But not you. You are the exception. You are the last breath of a dying era. You are a weapon, forged in silence. Not because someone trained you, not because someone believed in you, but because you chose suffering over slavery. You chose the fire over comfort. You feel the weight of your bloodline, every fallen warrior before you, whispering, rise, not for applause, not for likes, but because this world will not bow to weakness. And deep inside you, there's a scream, a rage, a relentless, primal storm that refuses to be caged. You are not here to cope. You are here to conquer. Your pain is not a curse. It's your edge. It's the reason you keep going when they quit. The reason you're feared when you're silent. The reason the world can't understand you. Because you don't need motivation. You have discipline. And discipline is the language of gods. The only thing left, when your heart's broken, your body's shattered, and your soul's on fire. You don't fear the fight. You are the fight. You don't chase purpose. You bleed it. You weren't born to be soft. You were born to break limits, to carry burdens no man wants, to endure hell with a grin on your face, and to walk out with blood on your hands and power in your eyes. So let the world fall. Let the weak run. Let the noise scream. You hold the damn line. You were not born for comfort, not to be cradled in soft sheets, whispered lies like, you're enough, while your soul starves in silence. You weren't born to sit still, scrolling endlessly, liking, watching other men bleed for their dreams while you rot in comfort. No, you were born for the chaos, the pain, the fight. This world was never meant to be safe, and neither were you. You are the descendant of warriors, men who built empires with dirt-covered hands, broken bones, and a will carved in agony. Men who didn't beg for peace, they commanded it through war. You were born into a battlefield, a war of the mind, a war of the spirit, and only the ones who face the mirror with blood in their mouth and fire in their eyes survive it. You were born to endure, to crawl through hell with no applause, to rise when betrayal crushes your chest, to stand when loyalty dies, and the world forgets your name. You were born to carry your cross alone, and never fucking drop it. Because weakness is everywhere, fed to you in your food, your phone, your media, your culture. They want you soft, obedient, addicted. They want you to bow. But you were born to bite back, to fight with your fists, your mind, your spirit, to suffer with purpose, to bleed and smile through the pain, to fall and roar back up like a goddamn monster. When your body screams, when your dreams feel too far, When your mind tells you to quit, that's the signal. That's the fucking start. That's when the real war begins. Because you weren't born to die with regret. You weren't born to be liked. You were born to burn. Not to watch the world from behind glass, but to become the fire that burns it down and rebuilds something greater from the ashes. This isn't poetry. This isn't inspiration. This is war. And the battlefield is your fucking life. You either conquer it or get buried beneath it. That's discipline. Not the kind you read in books. Not the kind you fake on Instagram. But the kind forged in hell, carved from suffering. It's the only strength left. When motivation is a ghost, a corpse that no longer whispers. When hope becomes a sick joke that laughs at your pain. When comfort poisons your spine and makes you forget who you are. When pleasure has turned you soft and your mind screams for mercy. When your goals are distant shadows and your muscles tear, your lungs burn, your spirit cracks. When no one's clapping, no one's watching. No one gives a damn if you fail or fade or die. When your enemies sharpen their blades with your name on their tongues. When your friends disappear into silence. When the battlefield is empty and your brothers lie broken in the mud. When your heart bleeds. When your vision trembles. When your purpose feels like a god that abandoned you. That's when discipline speaks. Not with hype, not with noise, but with ruthless silence. It's in the step you take when your soul begs to stop. It's in the fist that refuses to unclench. It's in the stare that defies gravity. It's the fire that won't burn out, the echo that never fades, the voice in your skull that growls, I will not kneel, I will not break, I will not die while I'm still breathing. Discipline isn't a word, it's a religion, a weapon, a war cry. And if you worship anything else, excuses, comfort, doubt, weakness, you're already dead. Real warriors don't need an audience. They don't need noise. They don't need validation. Because deep down, they've already declared war. Not on others, on themselves. On every excuse, every weakness, every damn reason to quit. They are not the loud ones flexing online. They are the silent architects of destruction, building strength in darkness while the world begs for attention in daylight. While the cowards scroll, they study. While the weak complain, they train. While the world sleeps, they bleed. No comfort, no compliments, no motivation, just discipline carved into their bones, just fire stitched into their veins. These men don't rise for applause. They rise for war. They don't count followers. They count reps. They don't post their grind. They become it. They sharpen their mind like a blade. Every thought is a weapon. Every breath is a step deeper into the storm. They fight battles no one sees. Demons no one believes. Pain no one claps for. And when they fail, they don't break. They reload. No therapist. No safe space. No fucking escape plan. Just iron will and a death stare aimed at everything trying to stop them. They are monsters in the shadows, not because they hate the light, but because they had to become darkness, to protect it. So when the world collapses, when everything you know fades to dust, the ones left standing won't be the influencers, or the talkers, or the cowards. It will be the silent ones, the savage ghosts who kept swinging when no one watched, who didn't give up when it wasn't trending, who kept rising when the world begged them to stay down. They are not chasing strength, they are strength. Because when life goes full war zone, you'll find out real fast. Only the quiet ones survive. The disciplined, the relentless, the warriors forged in fire and baptized in pain. Because they don't fight for fun. They fight for something deeper. Something the world has forgotten. Something no school ever taught you. Something no screen can give you. They fight for honor, not for applause, not for likes, not for clout, but because deep within their bones, there's a code, a silent law written in pain, blood, and discipline. They don't wake up at 4 ampere. M for motivation. They do it because they made a vow to never let weakness win, to never bow to fear, to never betray the warrior that lives in their soul. And when the world tempts them with comfort, with mediocrity, with softness disguised as peace, they spit in its face because they've already decided, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. And that isn't just a phrase, it's a war cry. It's a line carved into their heart, a truth that says, I don't care how hard life gets. I don't care how many times I'm broken. I will never kneel to weakness. I will never surrender my soul. I will fight with broken bones, bleed with pride, and crawl through hell if I have to. But I will never live as a slave. Because to them, death is not the enemy. Cowardness is, this world ain't gonna give you peace, so stop crawling for it like a spineless coward. This place was built to break you, to bury you under fear, failure, and pain. But you were not born for comfort. You were born in the fire, to bend reality with your will. Peace is not handed out. It's taken with blood, with scars, with sacrifice, and only by those brutal enough to earn it. You want a good life? Then you better bleed for it. You better wake up every damn day ready to suffer more than the version of you that quits. Because no one's coming. Not your gods, not your family, not your friends. This is your war, and you are either your own damn savior, or the forgotten echo of what could have been. So rise now. Clench your fists until your bones scream. Grit your teeth until doubt dies inside you. Burn your fears. Shatter your limits. And when the world throws everything at you, laugh, because it still isn't enough to break you. Look this cursed world in the eye and scream back, I wasn't born to kneel. You weren't put here to survive. You were put here to conquer, to stand over the ashes of your excuses and spit in the face of every demon that ever whispered, give up. So choose your end. Die with your sword in your hand, or rot like a coward in the shadows of your potential. Just remember this, you choose.
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight! This is where they die! And these shield boys!